Christmas is fast approaching, and that means that the porch pirates are not far behind. So I thought I would spend the last few warm days of this year sprucing up our front deck, getting it ready for those porch pirates, give them a little something whenever they come by and steal our Amazon packages. Now our porch doesn't have much going on, but I read that as a blank canvas ready to be spruced up. The first thing I want to address is this boring white column here in the corner. The wind chimes has knocked up against it over the past year, and I think it's about time that we do something to fix it. Now I will admit, I did use Adobe Illustrator to come up with my iterations of the design and kind of settle on what I want these pillars to look like, but you really don't need it. All you really need is a ruler and a pencil. You don't even need to touch a computer for this project. Have a battery in it. Finally, I have about 90% of my pieces cut. Each post is actually comprised of about 32 pieces, so this is going to be quite a bit to puzzle together, but I think it'll look nice in the end. Now it is time to start gluing some of the edges and joining them together, and after that we're going to be adding a bit of a stain to the cedar to help weatherproof it. So much cutting. I'm nearly through, but I ran out of material. Home Depot doesn't have any. They don't know when they're gonna get more. I'm figuring it out. But in the meantime, I have these temporary posts up and I'm liking it. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and put up the 2 posts that I do have, and hopefully that material will come back in stock, or I will find some substitute. I'll figure it out later. These are basically some 2x4s that I cut down, thinned down, and added some pocket holes to. They are going to be screwed to the sides of the posts, and then the base of the pillar is going to be slid over them so that it can be secured, centered, and set in place. Closely, this texture doesn't quite match what I had for the other 2 pillars. That's because Home Depot still hasn't come back in stock with that one material that I used on the other 2 pillars, But one thing I learned a while back, sometimes, and with special consideration, done is better than perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this alternate material, still PVC, it's still the same stuff, it just has a slightly different pressed texture. I still think it'll look great. I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed, and then I can get moving on to putting those last two boards up for the face of the top pillar. Post? I don't know what it's called. Anyways, I'm gonna finish it up. I gotta tell you, there were a couple points throughout this project where I really didn't know if I was gonna be able to finish this or not, but I'm really glad that I stuck with it because the end result is amazing and I finished it just before Christmas. Today's Christmas Eve. We'll see whenever I end up uploading this. But it's done, I love it, and it's actually giving me a few other ideas for other things that I wanna add to throughout the house, including a gable up here. We'll see what looks nice. I'm super glad I was able to finish up this project though. I think it looks amazing. And I cannot wait to start on my next few projects. I spent a lot of time on this one, so I have a bit of a backlog. I'm going to start chugging out some more work, and I'm excited to see how those new projects turn out as well. Stick around if you want to see more, like, subscribe, all that jazz. I can't wait to show you guys more. Hopefully you guys will find it as enjoyable as I do.